Let's talk spending money, or actually not spending money. I want to share 10 things that I don't spend money on. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kristin. Thank you so much for watching. I want to do something fun today. I want to share with you 10 things that I don't spend money on. Now, if you've been around here before, you know I've been trying to kind of ease into being minimalish over the past year or two. So we've cut back on a lot of things, mostly when we were trying to pay off debt. But now that we're still struggling to save our 3 to 6 months of expenses so that we can have that in the bank and feel super safe and secure no matter what happens, we're still trying to free up that extra room in our small budget so that we can save this money as quickly as possible and move on to the next step of our plan. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kristin. I share all about our personal financial journey here on my YouTube channel and also on my blog, senseandpurpose.com. You can check that out. I have a whole bunch of different free resources and content to help you learn how to love life on a budget. So I thought it would be fun today to share some of the things that I no longer spend money on. Now, some of these maybe I spent money on in the past, and some of them I never spent that much on. And if you can relate to any of these, leave me a comment and let me know, because I love to hear what you guys save your money on and what you guys splurge on. The first thing I don't really spend money on is getting my nails done. Now, I will splurge on a mani-pedi here and there, maybe once a year. Sometimes my mother will take me and my sister out for a pedicure just to spend a little bit of time together. But on the whole, I usually do my nails at home. I have a whole video on this. I will link that up above and below in the description box, and you can see exactly how I do my own gel manicure and pedicure at home, and it saves me so much money. Now, it does take a little bit of practice, but it is definitely worth the time to practice and get good at it because you will save so much money. So sticking with the beauty theme, the second thing I don't spend money on often is getting my hair done. I've talked about this before on my channel. I have a video about how I trim my hair. I will link that up here as well. It's a super simple way to trim your own hair at home. I have very dry hair, plus I straighten it. It gets damaged very easily, and I would have to go to the salon probably every 4 to 6 weeks to get a trim. And not only do I not want to spend the money to do that, I just don't want to spend the time to do it. So I maintain my trim in between, and I normally get balayage anytime I do go get my hair done at the salon, and that will last me anywhere from like 6 to 8 months. Now, I definitely let it grow out more than most people would, but it just doesn't bother me that much. I'm not that worried about my hair. I did just get it cut last week, and I did get my color freshened up, so I won't be back probably until summertime, give or take. So I do get my hair done once every maybe 8-ish months. But other than that, one more thing in the beauty category. I do not spend money on getting beauty maintenance. I'm not sure what else to call it. I don't get my eyelashes filled. I don't get my eyebrows waxed. In fact, I've never had my eyebrows waxed. I don't get any waxing done. I don't get Botox. Like, I don't get any of that stuff. I never really have. Like I said, we've never had a lot of extra money. And as much as I would absolutely love to go to the salon once a month and get the works done, I think that would be so fun. It's just simply not in our budget right now. And I will not spend money that I don't have just to make myself look better. Now, no shade, guys. I am not judging anybody for what you spend, what you budget, what you make is your own business. I am simply sharing these things that I personally don't spend a lot of money on. So I don't want anybody to feel like if you do spend money on these things that I'm judging you and saying that you shouldn't. That's not it at all. I promise. The next thing we don't really spend money on is lawn care. Now, we had really bad grass here at our house when we moved in, and we tried everything over a couple years to get it fixed. We've been in our home almost 10 years, so we did hire people in the past, and every single time we felt as though it was a waste of money. They were never able to get our lawn looking any better than my husband was on his own. So we pulled the plug on that, and for years and years now, my husband has been doing all of the lawn care on his own. Now, I will say that's one one thing as we get older and move closer to financial freedom. Someday I would love to be able to have somebody take care of that for him, because one thing he hates doing is mowing the lawn. So perhaps someday we will spend money on lawn care, but for now we don't spend a dime on any kind of lawn care. The next thing we don't spend a lot of money on is eating out at restaurants. Now, this isn't to say never. We do give ourselves a little bit of spending money every 2 weeks. Maybe once a month we will grab Chipotle or grab a pizza from Sam's Club, but it's rare that we go out to eat, especially as a family, or order takeout other than maybe a pizza. We do go maybe once every couple of months, and it is budgeted in, but on the whole, eating out at restaurants is just not something we've ever spent a lot of money on. Now, I do love to eat out, but it physically pains me sometimes for me to go to dinner with our family of 4 and spend $100 after tip and realize that I could feed my entire family for an entire week for that amount of money. Again, we do love going out, and as our budget changes in the future and our incomes increase and we do become more financially free, I hope that's something we will be able to do more often just because we enjoy the experience. But for now, we don't spend a lot of money eating out at restaurants. The next thing we don't spend money on is dog grooming. So we are really fortunate that both of our dogs have super short hair. They never get matted. Their hair never gets overgrown. So we don't have to take them to the groomers. Every once in a while, their nails do get overgrown, but we just have the vet clip those when they are at their vet appointments. They charge us a small fee, but it's a lot cheaper than going to the dog groomer. I'm also grateful for this because both of our dogs have super high anxiety, and I don't think either of them would appreciate going to the groomer. So we save a lot of money from that. The next thing we don't spend money on is oil changes. My husband actually asked a friend a couple years ago if he could teach him how to change the oil in our cars, because he was just never taught how to do that as a child growing up. So he asked a friend, his friend showed him, and he has been changing the oil in our cars ever since. He does a wonderful job, and it saved us a ton of money. The next item we don't spend money on is dryer sheets or any of those little smelly things that you put in your laundry to make it smell good. Number one, I don't like the way the dryer sheets feel on my skin. My daughter and I both have pretty sensitive skin, and we're prone to eczema, and I feel like those chemicals and that weird residue from the dryer sheets just make our skin itchy and just kind of exacerbate our eczema. So I don't use that. And I also don't use the smelly things while they do smell so good. I find them very expensive. And I also keep reading so many articles about how they are carcinogenic. And I don't know, I just don't want to take the risk. We use those wool dryer balls. They work really well for us. And if you want scent in your laundry, just put a couple drops of your favorite essential oil on the dryer balls. It won't ruin your clothing, and it will infuse a good smell into your laundry. The next thing I don't spend money on is fancy coffee. So I really love Starbucks. I'm not a Dunkin' girl for coffee, but I love Starbucks. You will actually see me with a Starbucks coffee kind of often, but that's because I always use free gift cards. It's very, very, very rare that I will pay $4 or $5 for a coffee from Starbucks. So I will either get gift cards for a gift. For example, I just had a holiday party last night and I received a gift with some Starbucks gift cards. The best way I love to get free gift cards for Starbucks is by using cashback apps. And my favorite ones are Rakuten, that used to be called Ebates, Ibotta, and Fetch Rewards. And I will scan all my receipts and use them when I do my shopping, and I will earn the rewards back, and then I trade them in for Starbucks gift cards and Chipotle gift cards. And that's how I get my free Starbucks. It's really fun. I love having a Starbucks gift card all the time because if I happen to be out and I need a coffee, I can grab one, and it's completely guilt-free. I'm going to leave links to all of those apps down below. You can sign up. They all offer you some sort of welcome reward when you sign up and use them for the first time. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment. If you already use these apps and you use them the same way I do, let me know in the comments what you trade your points in. What gift cards do you get? I almost always get Starbucks or Chipotle. The other thing I do is I make my fancy coffees at home. I usually drink bulletproof coffee and I make it at home. I absolutely love it at home. I probably even like it a little bit better than Starbucks. I will link a video up here that shows you exactly how I make wonderful at-home lattes. Try it. You will love them. The next thing I don't spend money on is any kind of magazines or newspapers, any of those type of subscriptions. Everything's online. And to be honest, I did have a couple subscriptions before, and I used to feel pressure that I would have to hurry up and read these things, even when maybe I didn't have time to do so, because I knew I paid for them and I felt like it was a waste of money if I wasn't reading Us Weekly cover to cover every single week. So a couple years ago, I canceled all those subscriptions. Now, my husband does still get 1 or 2 running magazines. He's a huge runner and he absolutely loves reading the magazines. He gets his money's worth. He always reads them and I have no problem with that. But if I ever notice that he doesn't read them, I will cancel that subscription so fast he won't know what happened. And the last thing I don't spend money on is any type of gambling or lottery tickets, with one exception. Every once in a while, if we have one of those huge Powerballs, I will get a ticket. I think it costs $1 or $2. I know my odds aren't any better at winning just because the Powerball is huge, but I do think it's fun sometimes to get in on the action because everybody gets all excited and the news will be talking about it. Otherwise, I don't buy lottery tickets. We don't go to the casino. I don't really do any other kind of gambling because I just feel like it's a waste of money. Is it fun? Sure. But it's not fun when you lose, and the odds are almost always against you. Let's be honest. It's really rare that you're going to make a ton of money gambling. Now, if you have extra money in your budget and it's something you like to do and you're budgeting for it, or it's your personal money or whatever, and it's not a problem and you're not gambling your house away, hey, do your thing. But personally, it's just something that I don't spend money on. I hope you guys thought this video was fun. I had fun doing it, and I've already started a mental list of 10 more things I don't spend money on. So if you guys like these kinds of videos, please let me know down in the comments, and that will tell me whether or not I should do a part 2 in the future. What are some things you guys don't spend money on? Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this video. I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you'll take a second and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you here next time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye.